Hey everyone, it's Tiny Tom Logan back with another video for you, and I'm here at Pro Gamerswear, which for me means overclockers. It also means to me HAVN, Ducky, and I'm here to come and have a look at the Nitro Concepts stuff as well. So let's get busy before it gets busy. Okay, so I've come to the HAVN stand. We've got brand new fans, we've got a brand new case, and you know how much I liked the HS420. Yes, I did just look. But let's face facts, I am a human, and oh my days, the amount of product numbers I've said and tried to remember this week, my head is exploding. Anyway, new H series fans. They've designed these from the ground up. They've told me so much about them, including things like the fact that there's glass fibre in the frames. These vortices down here help reduce air pressure, make them quieter. The fan cables, if you have a look, can be routed, which means, if I spin round here really quickly, it's going to keep the cable tied in really nice, and the connectors are actually behind here, so it does help with that. We have three sizes. 120s at the back, 2100 RPM. We've got 140s, these are 1600 RPM. And then they've got 180s as well, which you'll see in the new case in a minute. These are 1300 RPM, but look at the thickness on this. So these fans are 30 millimeters thick, but the Big Daddy 180 is at 40 millimeters thick. That is a behemoth of a fan. I can't remember the CFM rating, but I think it was something like 70 something for this one, 80 something for this one, but I do remember this one was 160 CFM. This is an absolute airflow monster. I'm just hoping that they're going to make us a white one of this, but it doesn't actually look too bad in the case when we do get there. Moving on to the case. They're going to call it the BF360. As you can see, it supports up to 4 180mm fans. I'm going to work with the black case, although I did want to show you the white because it's easier for filming. But you can see that there are two 140s in the front, and then you can get two 140s in the roof. In fact, I'm going to have to go over and show you on the white one, just so I can show you better. But you can see that you can get an AIO in the roof. Okay, it's well easier, or much easier I should say, for us to show you in the white. So you can see the tray in the bottom, which is an airflow duct. Apparently they have made loads of iterations to this to maximise the cooling of the graphics card. I can't help but call it the toilet duct. And I think that's probably going to end up getting photoshopped to death. But apparently this does work really well, and it doesn't look as bad as the one with the fan in the bottom that NZXT did. But the thing to remember is it's got two of the fans in the front, and these are 160 CFM maximum, and it's directing it straight up at the graphics card. Also, this model has got two fans in the roof, but they've done a really weird thing in that they've got one sucking in and then one sucking out, and now this just set my teeth on fire and my teeth were itching. Apparently they spent a lot of time in the lab sorting this, and what they've done is they've added this little cover in the roof, in the front, so that you don't get any confused airflow in here. But again, two 180s in the front with that humongous airflow. This front, as you just saw, I put that on so easily. And it's so tactile to play with as well. Now, the material on the front, it looks recycled. It's actually a coating rather than that. But they've even gone down to nerdy levels where, if you have a look through, all of the vents perfectly line up to maximise airflow. Now, I think this front panel is a great shout for painting at home. So I'm going to be quite interested to see whether we can successfully get the white plastic off. So I'm quite excited to get my hands on this and be able to show you. But you just saw me clip all that back together so easily. It's really, really well made, well laid out. I'm really looking forward to getting this in the office. Okie dokie. So, HS420, I really like this case. You're actually going to see me doing some more work with it in the not too distant future, but they've done a Doom version. There's loads of wicked little additions. Now, I'm not going to be able to get the side off by one hand. They're trying to clean the door. Anyway, look at the lovely leather on the back, and you see that. Actually, I'm going to get the door taken off. Could you take the door off, please, do? Okay. Look at this. It's actually so strong, but they've had this awesome idea. Now, this comes with the case, but that's a top for a reservoir, so you can fit it over the top. When it's in the front of your case, you can also have it on the back of the case if you want to hang your microphone off of. But just the detailing is spot on. It would almost be a shame to cover this up. But if you're a Doom fan, or you want a oriental looking green case. Okay, so moving swiftly on, I've come to the Nitro Concepts stand to have a look at the e-racer stuff. Now, any of the regulars at home are going to know I'm a car nut. Any of the regulars at home are going to know I love a racing sim. So why wouldn't I come here? The e-racer frame is pretty much fully modular. You can stitch it all together yourself at home. Obviously, it doesn't come in one piece. You get the basic frame and the seat in the package, and then you can add everything else on. They've got wind packs, so that you can, when you're driving along, you might think it's just to keep you cool, but it's also so that you get a feeling of speed. That's great for people with VR. You've got the monitor stands, that's option. One of the things I did like with the LED pack is, you obviously, it looks nice, lit up down the sides, but the lights up here, you can have to show you the flags when you're out on tracks, whether you've got yellow flags, red flags, that sort of stuff. You can have it to set the RPM on your car that you're running. There's so many options with that beyond just lighting, and that was something I found really quite exciting. You can get a rumble pack which goes underneath the seat. I was going to rip it out, I'm not going to, but it's just so that you get force feedback underneath your bum, and that shows you the rumbles and all of that sort of stuff when you're going over the curbs and stuff. But they are showing something which is a prototype today. And if you have a look at that, there's one each side, and then there are two, if I get the camera in with one hand, underneath the seat. And that is so that you have the four corners of the wheels that it will rumble. So you can tell when a specific wheel hits a curb. What they're also showing off today, which again is a prototype, is springs in the corners. And this allows the frame to be able to move. It should actually reduce noise at home and everything as well. But this is all to add realism to your game, but without costing a fortune, because it's a fully floating 100%. You know the ones I mean, where it's fully moving? So this is to make it more real, but without emptying your wallet, which I think is an absolutely amazing idea. Options we have as the wind box that I've shown you already. There's the LED box as well, which I've already spoken to you about, just so that you can see them in this. But obviously you guys want to see more of the racing. All of this is available at Overclockers. Loads more stuff beside it as well. I can confirm that I may have one at home that I'm super excited about. Because it's going to give me a chance to actually start to enjoy gaming again. I got rid of my racing rig when I moved house a few years ago, and I'm buzzed to be able to get cracking again. Coming here seeing this, it's making me wonder why I've left it in the box for a few weeks. So I'm super excited to get home and do this, and I think you can see why. Okay, quickly into Ducky. We have two prototype keyboards. Now I'm going to encourage you to go to the OC3D website if you are interested in this, because I know I'm going to forget some bits, because the information overload with these keyboards is immense. But we're going to start with the keys. They are doing their own new mechanical keys, and it's silent down, silent up. There is one with a tactile bump on it, but then there's a silent one as well. That's definitely more me. They are also going to have new gaskets that you can fit in round the back. These have currently got the harder of the two that they're hoping to bring to market, but there's going to be a softer one as well. As you can see, for the form factor, it's kind of TKL sort of size, but you do still get the full 100% experience. This is something that they're going to be pushing a lot more in the not too distant future. Also, what I did want to show you is they snap on, snap off really easily. There's actually magnets across the front, and I found it quite easy to get it back on again, as you can see, but it's now for me to get it off. I did manage to do it. The time I tried to do that before, I couldn't do it. You can see one of the membranes here, and then all the switches and stuff, but they do have another limited edition keyboard just round here to do with the Zodiac, and it is the year of the snake. So they're going to be doing 2,025 keyboards for 2025. This is all Taiwanese Aboriginal designs done by a local artist. I actually think this back of the keyboard, we're right near a telly, it's really loud, look. I actually think that this back of the keyboard is too nice to put down on your desk. But that is a beautiful looking keyboard, and if this is something that you're enthusiastic about, you're going to love having that on your desk. So if you want one, make sure you get one while you can. This one, what is that? 1348, but look at this. VIP number 1. At this point, I want to put it down my top and take it away, but let's face facts, I am not VIP number 1. Okay, so we've had a cracking look around. Keyboards sound like they're going to be amazing. I know that my colleague VB is going to absolutely love those when they do finally get to turn up. The new case, I know I made a little bit of a joke about the toilet bit in the front, but hey, I've got to be an idiot, that's just my job. But it looks amazing. Those 180mm fans do genuinely sound like they're going to be groundbreaking. Groundbreaking? Maybe that's the wrong word. They sound like they're going to be amazing. The case itself looks epic anyway, and I was a big fan of the 420 in the first place. The racing sim stuff, right up my street. I genuinely cannot wait to be able to get some time, which is quite a rarity, to go and spend some time and get my racing set up again. Set up again? I'm definitely running out of words this week. We can tell we're getting to the end. Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in. Remember, it isn't just me doing this. Mark's busy over on the website, churning out articles left, right and centre to bring all this stuff to you so that you get a chance to read it. So please make sure you head over there and give all of that stuff a look. Also, we never really talk about it, but all of the advertising on the website is done in-house. We don't farm it out to Google or anything like that. So you're only going to see brands like overclockers on there and Sapphire and that sort of stuff. You're not going to see any dodgy chairs and crappy Google banner links. So whitelist this is the point I'm trying to make. But anyway, this has been Tiny Tom Logan. It's time for me to go somewhere else.